Welcome back to the Budget Gamer channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a really interesting indie called Phantaruk. If you've seen the review of Hollow that I did about a month ago, you can understand why I might be hesitant to pick up another space horror indie game. But Phantaruk did just hit a 50% price cut, so on sale for $2.49, I couldn't really resist at least giving it a try. Like many other horror games in the space genre, Phantaruk actually stays true to a lot of the typical stereotypes. An incredibly oversized space station, a lone survivor stumbling through it on his own, and cryptic messages and notes dotted along ever-increasingly gruesome blood trails. I mean, what else could make a player really want to escape a situation than knowing that they were completely alone in a corpse-strewn space station with a failing life support system? Except, I don't know, maybe realizing that you've already been infected and there is some horrid mutant that's trying to kill you. And while that is essentially the entirety of the storyline and plot for Phantaruk, Phantaruk does take the space horror genre in a completely new direction. It's actually the exact opposite of an expected first-person shooter type gameplay. And though this may blow your mind just a little bit, there's actually no combat system to speak of at all. As you make your way down hallways, through cargo holds and mission rooms, in this gore-strewn space station, your actual objective is merely to find the exit and avoid being killed. So likewise, the entire character interaction dynamic is based off of the element of stealth. So if you liked games like Thief, enjoyed the stealth elements of Assassin's Creed, or games like Elder Scrolls 3 and up, you're probably already going to have a really good idea of how to navigate through this game. But unlike any of the previous games mentioned, there is that element that Phantaruk threw in, which is the fact that you've already been infected. Meaning that even while all you can do is crouch and avoid, even hiding has a huge element of suspense. As you navigate your way through the space station, you will find sparsely scattered medical supplies which allow you to inoculate yourself to this virus. However, this virus-like mutagen is incredibly tenacious, giving you only between 5 and 10 minutes between necessary injections. And as whoever was previously crewing this vessel was also scavenging for all the medical supplies they could find, you will not be carrying a stockpile. Aside from the uniqueness of the gameplay itself, the unfolding of the story and plot are pretty organic. As your character initially emerges from his life support pod, you realistically have nothing. Navigating through the first few rooms with absolutely nothing, you eventually pick up a wrist-mounted heads-up display, allowing you access to menus and inventory. But making your way a bit further into the ship, you pick up a bodysuit, giving you access for the first time to a flashlight. Though the flashlight itself will be your best support in navigating your way through this vessel, it will also inarguably attract the attention of this horrible creature that's stalking you. So if you spend too long sneaking around in the dark, you'll be fighting the virus, but if you run around with your flashlight on, you will be running from the creature. However, there are checkpoints at various points in the game, so dying isn't really that big of a penalty. But while the virus timer is static, the creature is dynamic, so it may or may not be where you would expect based on your last life. Overall, the gameplay, plot, and character controls in Phantaruk are very simple, which makes it a very organic and enjoyable experience. There aren't really any jump scares to speak of, but the constant anxiety of being hunted, as well as knowing that you have a limited time before you need to find that next injection, do create a wealth of anxiety that's very well matched to the game's soundtrack. Though I'm not saying this is the best game that's ever been made, it does have a really good feel and a great story that unfolds through professional voice acting at certain plot points as you make your way through the game. And at $2.49, it was definitely well beyond what I would have expected. Anyway, that about wraps up the review of Phantaruk. If you're into those kind of stealth games, this may be one you'd really want to check out. So if you found the review helpful or at least entertaining, feel free to throw me a like or leave a comment to show your support. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated with the latest content. These videos are coming out several times a week, so there's always going to be some new indie to discover. And if you want to support the channel, feel free to check out our Patreon page. Anyway, this has been Budget Gamer, so as always, thanks for watching.